asifiwe. Sisi ni DBS Dar es Salaam, na siku ya leo tunapenda kualika katika DBS Fellowship baada ambazo tunafanya kila mwisho wa mwezi.
Ten years ago, two high school students at Cornerstone Leadership Academy had a vision to create a space where young people could discover their purpose through Jesus Christ. Today, Purpose Discovery stands as a testament to what God can do through faith, dedication, and obedience. July 2015. The journey started at the grounds of Cornerstone Leadership Academy. Two students, Branley Madati and Benedict Jonathan, recognized something their generation desperately needed.
DBS, which is now Purpose Discovery, started in 2015. I was privileged by the grace of God to be a spiritual leader when I was a senior 5, senior 6 student at Cornerstone Leadership Academy. I remember, again, by the grace of God, during my leadership, there's a number of young people who gave their life to Christ, and in my heart, there was a question on what can be done to help them grow. So prayerful when I was praying to see how we can support each other towards growth in our relationship with Jesus. There is when the idea of DBS came. We started having Bible studies every Saturday, and it continued to grow.
In July 2015, we were actually coming from holidays. I remember this was the time that I had so much desire to read my Bible, to pray, to fast. And one day Branley reached out to me. He told me that he had shared the gospel with some of our friends and they have received Jesus. So he was wondering, what should I do to help them grow and get to know God even more? So there was a Bible study method I've seen back in my home church, and I shared with him. It was DBS, Discovery Bible Study. And this method is where you sit as a group and you read a Bible passage and you meditate together and discuss about it. And yeah, Branley bought the idea. Yeah, we started DBS.
What began as weekend Bible studies among friends soon evolved into something much greater. Guided by faith and the Holy Spirit's leading, Branley and Ben expanded their vision beyond their school walls.
Yeah, so after walking this journey, I honestly never knew how far it is meant to go. I must be honest. I accepted the call in 2015, and I just remembered when I was graduating in 2016, I left it to friends, Rebecca and Grace, really not knowing that how far this is gonna go. But it interested my heart. Some years later, it continued happening at Cornerstone. And I kind of started feeling the same revival, the same movement should now start to grow in other parts of mostly universities in Tanzania. And that's where we're able to take it to University of Dar es Salaam and University of Dodoma. So I think it was around 2018 where I started feeling this is a movement. It's more than a Bible study that was just started when we were in high school and it's meant to stop from there. But in 2018, I kind of started getting a clear picture that this is called to be a movement to grow and reach out many young people in our country and beyond.
As the founders transitioned to the college, their vision expanded. What started as a Bible study evolved into a comprehensive ministry that addressing the whole person, spiritual, mental, and leadership development. But the true measure of any ministry is not in its programs or partnerships. It is in the lives transformed. Over 10 years, Purpose Discovery has witnessed countless young people discover their purpose and give their lives to Christ. Each story represents more than individual transformation. It represents a ripple effect that continues to impact families, communities, and nations.
Today, Purpose Discovery operates 3 core programs that continue to shape young lives across the region.
I was blessed to be among the very first leaders, I would say, of Purpose Discovery. Then it was called DBS. And I remember Brandy shared together with Ben about the vision. And at first we didn't really have a full picture of how it's gonna be. I remember being excited just to hear another program that would sit, discuss the Word of God, despite our religious background. By then we were in high school. And that vision, that idea of bringing together young people at school and discussing the Bible was exciting to me for my personal growth, but also being part of it as a ministry, serving, leading those young people in the process. So that is what prompted me to say yes to the vision then. So for me, it's been that way. It's been a journey of like stepping up and down in terms of roles and positions and responsibilities in general. But throughout the journey, really, I would say one thing that stood out is growth. It's been a journey of growth, both from an individual level and leadership. I got to sharpen my leadership skills. I got to sharpen my personal relationship with God. When you have responsibilities, you have people that you lead, you have people that are looking forward to. It's like you have children that wants to eat the food that you have looked for. So at some point, the leadership responsibilities would push me to really go deeper and seek God, so that I don't feed people matangomi to, the people that I lead and all that. So it's been a journey of growth, I would say.
As I joined Cornerstone, Purpose Discovery was in its second year. So as I joined it was in its second year. And my first encounter, because I believe I was lucky because I met some very amazing people who were already leading the program. As I later on became one of the leaders, it was easier to navigate everything that was happening because there were people who began and they were helping me and guiding me through different programs and prodding that we had. So my first encounter was like
was easy, and it was interesting because there were people already who had created the basic foundation, and we had a picture of where we were going. Yeah, so as I joined university, I went to the Doma, and there I saw also the move for in the Doma to also have a place where we can talk and discuss and have a communion as believers to explore the world, to learn about the Bible and things like that. So where I was in Dodoma, we also had a platform. We also had a place where we discussed Bible. We had a day with my Bible. We had some sessions. We had some people coming together and having the same experience that we had when I was in high school. So I carried the mission at that. Yeah.
My name is Zakaria, and I'm currently serving as the mentors for Purpose Discovery. I remember my first encounter with Purpose Discovery. It was like 9 years ago when I joined Cornerstone. And of course, later on, I was selected to be spiritual father for the school. And among the responsibility of the spiritual father in school is to nurture, helping out with the spiritual activities of students and all that. So, and then Purpose Discovery was called DBS, and I remember using the methods that we learned through DBS help us to grow spiritually, grow methodically as far as the knowledge of Christ, and growing in doctrine, growing in teachings, and discipleship. So that's how I encountered Purpose Discovery. First and foremost, Purpose Discovery really, when we are students, it deposited a lot in us. So when we were graduating, we already covered a lot of stuff through through learning of the Bible, through Bible discussion and other method that we used in school in learning the Bible. And I remember us going now outside, exposed to the campus life. We were able to, because of the maturity we obtained while we were in high school, we are able to be the agent of changes where in the particular area that we were by that time. We are able to nurture other youth, organize. I remember when I was in first year, we organized Date with My Bible program, and all those programs, the main agenda was to learn the Bible and make sure that we grow as Christians in a way that will be able to transform our communities. Yeah.
So my first encounter with Purpose Discovery was in 2022, where I happened to have a chance of meeting the visionary team leader, Branley. He was my student as a master's student. He was taking master's in theological training, and I happened to be his teacher. So he gave me an invitation and he told me about Purpose Discovery, and to me it was a unique lotus flower in the wilderness. Okay, I think if there is a compass that helps us to navigate how the church should learn, should be the model of the first church. So the one thing that is unique about how Purpose Discovery learns is how it follows the model of the first church. So believers of the first church, they were known not for their labels, but rather by their unity in purpose and mission. And so today I know a lot of organizations that creates further division of the body of Christ. But Purpose Discovery is non-denominational and also interdenominational. And so with that basis, Every other denominations, they become like instruments where purpose unites us in one song. So I really like that a lot. And that is the basis of the Bible, Ephesians 4:13. Until we make it to the unit of faith and the knowledge of the Son of God, thereby we will grow into a perfect man, growing into the stage of the fullness of Christ. That's what I would say.
Ten years later, Purpose Discovery remains a non-denominational evangelical network, upholding its interministerial approach while staying true to its founding vision.
I gave my life to Christ through Purpose Discovery in one of the workshops that were organized by the organization. So I remember hearing about Christ, but I usually felt like it was a very hard thing to do, and it was more of like something that it was as if fear was being enforced to me. So that felt really off. Then I met the likes of Brother Branley and other people in Purpose Discovery, and they changed the way I viewed people who are born again and people who have received salvation. So I began to see these cool people who were approachable, who would answer my questions without making me feel as if I'm this very sinful person. Of course, I was a sinful person, but there is a way they showed me my problem and they gave me the solution, and I think that is what attracted me to receive Christ through Purpose Discovery. Yes. If I am to talk about how my journey has been with Christ through Purpose Discovery, I don't think even if I'm the best person to talk about it, but I'll just say it in the eyes of men. So every person I meet right now, they will tell you that the Irene that we used to know and this Irene, we really see something has changed. And I think that proves not only to other people, but also to myself that I'm really growing, and I think it's something very amazing. So guys, my fellow Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas out there, I know sometimes these things might seem as con businesses and stuff, and I don't blame you because we've grown up in that culture. But when I came to Purpose Discovery, I really understood what having a relationship with Jesus is. And if you don't believe me, this is what I would advise you. So we research everything about where to eat, what to wear, what to do. But when it comes to the question of faith, we just believe blindly. So my challenge to you today is, if you can stay with 10 physics books reading about something, why don't you research and get to know your origin and what you'll be doing after this life? Because I feel that is really important and we should be researching that. And the good thing is Purpose Discovery is offering that. It has people who can answer our questions, people who are willing to work with us. And I think this is not a chance we're willing to miss.
To me, Purpose Discovery, I would say, it's a genesis to my spirituality. I was born again, but didn't really know what it meant to be born again. And Purpose Discovery opened that door and opportunity to relate with Jesus and get to know him better and better. through Discovery Bible study sessions that we did at school. I just can't explain how I couldn't get off my eyes from the sessions that we had and the verses that we were given to meditate on a daily basis. And in a small summary, I would say I am a product of all that I have been learning in the past 5 years through Purpose Discovery. So to me, Purpose Discovery is more than a ministry. It's a genesis to something bigger, a story that has really introduced me to Christ in a deeper manner and in a way that I didn't know. So this one time, we were in the chapel and we were having the normal workshop, these normal sessions of Discovery Bible studies. And it used to hurt me so much, almost 3 consecutive Sundays, when a Bible verse would be shared, and then I was the only one in the room who would share different, and yeah, I looked to be opposite. Everyone was aligning, but I understood it different. So that is one of the memories that at that time it hurt, but now I'm grateful because I kept on going so that I could get it right someday. And yes, another memory is the first workshop. It was funny, but I remember at the end of the workshop, I had so many questions answered. I don't know what happened or what took over me. I just went to the staff room and looked for Brad and then asked for Yang. I don't know what happened, but that memory keeps coming. Yeah.
I joined Purpose Discovery in the year 2018, the moment that it was called DBS by then. And I joined as a member of DBS when I joined the school for Form 5 and Form 6. And then the experience has been very interesting because after I've completed my advanced level at Cornerstone Leadership Academy, I was selected to be regional coordinator for DBS. It was called DBS by then on 2021. And by then I was admitted at University of Dar es Salaam. And then right now I serve as the program coordinator. I was elected or selected, maybe I can put it that way, in the year 2023, and it's been a very good experience to me, an experience of serving God plus learning leadership and many things in it. Yeah. Currently, Purpose Discovery is running under 3 programs, which are active evangelism, leadership empowerment, together with mental health support. And under active evangelism, we have been conducting several activities. For example, the workshops that are happening each and every year on the month of September, depending on the calendar of high schools. Yeah, and we do it in Arusha for now, and we hope to do it in other regions. And also under I talked about active evangelism, but also under mental health support, we have the mentorship desk, but also the counseling desk that has been very helpful, and people get help through different mentors and counselors that are under the mentorship and counseling desk. But also under leadership empowerment, we have been conducting some trainings. We have been reaching out to several universities and conduct this training, but also our programs, for example, sleepover programs. We have topics relating to leadership empowerment, which impact youth and empower them on the line of leadership. Yeah.
Awesome. From 2 high school students with a vision to a ministry that has touched hundreds of lives, Purpose Discovery stands as a proof
that when young people surrender their dreams to God, He can do immeasurably more than they could ask or imagine. Purpose discovery, 10 years of impact, a lifetime of purpose, a generation transformed.
I love the verse in the Bible where God speaks to Abraham and says, "As far as you can see, I've given you the land." Over a couple of years now, I've continued to see DBS taking an active role in what people call revival, the coming revival. I know, especially in church circles, we speak about revival, and we look at revival as sometimes mega platforms, filling stadiums and churches. But every time I close my eyes or I open my eyes, what I envision is a community of young minds, especially those who have had a privilege of education and exposure, growing so much in their deep relationship with God. So I keep imagining a world where, as these young people grow in different professions, the engineers, the lawyers, the doctors, and many other fields, they discover their purpose and seek to present the values of Christ in their working spaces. So like right now, by the grace of God, we have 1 year since we opened the hub, which is in Arusha. It's just a mission house where young people come, they encounter God. It's more for a discipleship place. So like in our hearts, the vision we are having right now is seeing that we have such a house in Dar es Salaam, way to be a platform to nurture young leaders into a way of Christ. They come to the house, they are nurtured, they discover their purpose, off they go to influence the marketplace, to touch more lives. Same to having a house in Dodoma, having a house in Mwanza, across Tanzania where there are major universities. Like feeling my heart is more into investing into these spaces where small groups will be coming to be nurtured. And I strongly believe also God will give us another bigger space in form of a retreat center, in form of another place where, let's say at the end of the day, you want to hold an annual meeting. You can bring now these young people, all these small groups, they all have a place where they can come again to be recharged and to encounter God. So to conclude again, I would say I see a revival coming from the small groups of smart minds who have committed themselves to use their minds and their skills for Christ.